So this video is to explain payslip items, how to activate items that are not currently visible so you can use them in the various apps. Now the apps that are subject to items that can be switched on and off are these ones, these three. But mostly you would do it in the fixed and the varying. So this is where you get the items. So by default, Nifty payroll usually comes only with basic pay activated. So there are many other items, all this list, which includes both cash, benefits, voluntary deductions, etc., that you can activate. Let's say, for example, you have house allowance for your employees. So we were here. FVC means that it's on. On meaning it's available for the fixed, varying, and computed. For the fixed, varying, and computed. So right now these ones are off. You can see they say off here. They don't say FVC like this. So if I wanted to switch on house allowance, I would highlight it and I would click here, activate. It will move from here and jump into that list. So it has disappeared from here. If I come here, you can see it has been added. Let me activate another one. So let's say like bonus. I want to activate it. I click activate. I want to activate one more because I want to show you what this fixed pay is. Let's say I activate this transport. Then I come here to FVC. So you can see I only had basic pay initially, and now I've activated these three. And by the way, you can deactivate. As long as it's not been used, you can switch it off again. So if it's been used, then you try to deactivate it by clicking this button again. It will refuse. You'll get a message that it's been used. But in this case, we've not used it. If I click this, it will disappear. If I go back here, there it is. I activate it again. I can come back here. By the way, there's this other view, section view. So here you can see what's available and not. So arrears is off. If I wanted to switch it on, when I activate, this time it won't disappear because I'm not in the get ID view. These are the get IDs. If I activate it, it just changes from off to FVC, but it's still visible. If I wanted to activate, say, help, I would come down to Volded, look for help. You can see it's off. I can activate it. So in this view, you look at the items based on which section of the payroll they go in. In this view, you look at items based on how do they go into the payroll. They either come from these three main apps, or they come from specialized apps. These are all reserved for specialized apps. And then some are auto-calculated, and then these are all summations of some kind. So these are the ones we have activated. So where do they appear? If you go to the home page and click on fixed, you can see this drop-down now has all of those. Before I activated them, so I'm going to switch off bonus. So I close here. I go to bonus again, and I switch it off. We've not yet used it, so it's not here. So if I go to fixed again, you'll see bonus is not visible here. So that's what we mean when we say that it's active. It means it's usable. So I could pick an employee. This database has no employees. I could pick an employee, then I could pick any of these and post. Now, in the varying app, in addition to the activated items, you will also see these app items, which is why the list in varying is longer. You can see it has the 5 plus it has more. It has basic, it has arrears, house allowance, where is bonus? Have I reactivated bonus? FVC, no. Let's go and reactivate bonus. Bonus is reactivated. So I come to varying. So there is basic, arrears, house allowance, bonus, right? And help is down there as well. Now you'll notice there's a difference between the 5 that I've activated and the others. The difference is this little dot after the name. C1 wages dot, C1 forex dot, C1 absent dot. Now these are reserved for these apps. These apps need an item to be able to add things into the payslip. So those are reserved. Those are these ones. They are these ones. They are all of these. But why they appear in varying is that you can actually make an entry in the payroll directly. You don't need to use the app. If you say, for instance, had arrears doesn't, let's see, what else? Let's say wages, right? So you can see wages is coming from it comes from the pay-per-view. It comes from this. So if I wanted to post wages in the varying without using the pay-per-unit app, I could actually pick the employee, pick wages, and put the amount here and put a description. So that's why they appear in this list, because you can use them here. But that does not apply to the fixed. Actually, it does, but in less cases will you do that. Usually in the fixed app, you'll just do this. But if you really wanted to see the others, there's a way, but let's not look at that. For now, just assume that the ones you've activated here are the ones that are visible here. The reason why they're available in the varying, some people don't want to use these other apps. They just want to use the basic payroll, fixed and varying. So that's why I made them available there. So that's how you activate items by clicking active. Now, one more thing. Can you see FP here and FP here? So NSSF, pension, shift and house levy are all calculated on fixed pay. So you can add an item to fixed pay. Like arrears should be in fixed pay, strictly speaking, because it relates to salary, which is regular. Regular items are what constitute fixed pay. So if I wanted to add arrears to fixed pay, I could come here and click fixed pay, and FP will be added. So now in the payroll, when you do process, the fixed pay total will include all these three items if they were available, if they had been used for an employee or employees. When you remove it, so I'm just showing you how to remove. Again, you highlight and click, it will remove it. So let's keep that one because I want you to remember that arrears should be in there. So transport allowance for some people is the same every month. In that case, you would make it fixed pay. But for those who transport allowance is given from time to time, that's a variable pay. So it should not be part of fixed pay, should not be used to calculate these things. So it should be off like that. It should just appear like that. If you ever want to see what your fixed pay items, assuming you had many things here, you can come here and it will show you the fixed pay items. All right, so that is an explanation of what items is and how you activate an item to make it available for use in these apps.